My name is Paresh, and today we will be talking about the respiratory system. The respiratory system is the group of organs that take in oxygen and get rid of carbon dioxide. Respiration, or breathing, is the transportation of oxygen from outside the body to cells and tissues, and the transport of carbon dioxide and waste away from cells into the outside environment. Let's talk about the functions of the respiratory system. Inside each cell, oxygen is used and carbon dioxide is released during cellular respiration. When a person inhales, air is drawn into the lungs, which provides oxygen to the blood. This oxygen-rich blood flows away from the lungs to the cells via the capillaries. This is the first function, providing the body with oxygen. Carbon dioxide is a waste product of cellular respiration, and it's released from the cell to the blood. This oxygen-poor blood flows to the lungs, and in here the gases of oxygen and carbon dioxide are changed. This is the second function, helping the body exchange gases. When a person exhales, carbon dioxide is released from their body, stating the final function of the respiratory system, removing carbon dioxide from the body. Let's talk about the parts of the respiratory system, starting with the nose and the mouth. This is where air enters your body, and your nose specifically filters out dust and other particles. From the nose, air filters into the pharynx, or throat, which branches into two tubes. One tube is the esophagus, which leads to the stomach. The other is the larynx, which leads to the lungs. The larynx leads to the trachea and the bronchi, the tube that carries air from the throat to your lungs. This is also known as the windpipe. If food goes down the trachea instead of the esophagus, you can choke. The trachea then splits into two branches called the bronchi. Each bronchi connects to a lung and connects to smaller branches called the bronchioles. Finally, your alveoli is at the ends of the bronchioles. These are sacs of air in the lungs where the oxygen and carbon dioxide exchange is done. Oxygen enters your blood vessels, and carbon dioxide leaves the blood and enters the alveoli. This is then exhaled by the body. Your lungs are the place where oxygen moves into the blood and where carbon dioxide is dropped off. The lungs are two organs inside the thorax on the left and right sides. Because the left lung is located near to the heart, the left lung is smaller and has two lobes, seen here and here, while the right lung has three lobes, here, here, and here. Your diaphragm is a dome-shaped muscle below the lungs that helps the lungs breathe. It moves down or contracts to inhale and moves up and expands to exhale. Let's talk about disorders of the respiratory system. The first is pneumonia, an inflammation of the lungs that is usually caused by bacteria or viruses. Inflamed alveoli may fill with fluid, and if the alveoli are filled with too much fluid, the person cannot take in enough oxygen and he or she may suffocate. Asthma is a condition in which the airways are narrowed due to inflammation of the bronchi. During an asthma attack, the muscles in the bronchi tighten and the airway becomes inflamed. This reduces the amount of air that can get into or out of the lungs. Both of these can be treated with medicines. Pneumonia's medicine will kill the pathogens that are inflaming your alveoli, and asthma medicine will open your bronchioles so that air can move freely. Emphysema occurs when the alveoli have been damaged. As a result, Oxygen cannot pass into the blood as well as it could into a normal alveolus. This condition is often linked to a long-term use of tobacco. Due to the damaged alveoli, getting the oxygen and removing carbon dioxide from the lung is not done properly. Let's do a short quiz. Question 1. Which of the following is a function of the respiratory system? A. It provides oxygen to the body. B. It breaks down food. C. It gives the body its shape. And D. It makes you sweat. I encourage you to pause the video and try it out for yourself. Okay, so I assume you paused the video. So the answer is A. It provides oxygen to the body. Question 2. Which of the following correctly describes the difference between the trachea and the esophagus? A. The esophagus carries food, and the trachea carries air. B. The esophagus is part of the respiratory system, the trachea is part of the digestive system. Or C. The esophagus digests food chemically, while the trachea digests food mechanically. The answer is A. The esophagus carries food, while the trachea carries air. Question 3. What gives lungs their movement? A. The trachea. B. The diaphragm. C. The heart. Or D. None of the above. The answer is B. The diaphragm. Final question. Question 4. Which of the following correctly describes the diaphragm? A. It moves oxygen into the bloodstream. B. It filters out dust particles from the air. C. It carries the air from the nose to the lungs. Or D. It makes it possible for lungs to inhale and exhale air. The answer is D. It makes it possible for the lungs to inhale and exhale your air. So today we talked about the respiratory system, the functions of it, the different parts and their functions contributing to the respiratory system, and the disorders. So I hope to see you next time, and until then, goodbye for now.